I think about the fifth or sixth day in, the arthritis pain had gone, and it was almost too good to be true. It almost seemed like I was in a dream. I couldn't believe how I went from being just absolute misery. At the end of a 10-hour shift, I would almost have to crawl to my car out in the parking lot because my hip, my knee, my feet would just be hurting so bad. And literally within the first 10 days, that had completely gone.
When I went on the Carnivore, I would say 90% of my pain is gone, which is a miracle. Nothing short.
And my doctor said to me, he's like, oh, you look great. You dropped a lot of weight. You don't have to lose any more now. He said, you really shouldn't get below 120 because at this point you'll be underweight. And I'm like, well, no, I don't intend on that. The weight loss was a bonus. The arthritis being gone was the big plus.
Weekends ago, I was able to go walk the dog with my daughter and see her face for the first time. And it's definitely been 5 to 7 years.
My inflammation was gone, brain fog was gone, depression and anxiety and snoring and sleep apnea, as well as all the pounds, which totaled 75 pounds by March, or actually April of this year. And just even surprisingly, like bad breath and body odor and all the cravings for sugar and carbs, everything was gone. Like I felt renewed.
I used to have to wear larges, and now I'm down to mediums, and those are starting to get baggy. I was at a 36-inch waist, and now I'm wearing 34s that are getting baggy, and I've gone down an entire belt size.
The freedom of being emotionally, mentally, and physically healthy. And it's because of how I choose to eat.
So it's fantastic. I couldn't be any more thrilled. My wife's thrilled. My snoring has gotten better. Even when I'm on the sofa taking a nap or something, which isn't very often, but the times that it does happen, I'm not sounding like a freight train. And the weight is coming off, and for the first time in 6 years, I'm under 300 pounds again.
No more sleep apnea. My husband says, you don't even snore anymore. I have to check you to make sure you're breathing. So,
it's gone. My skin tags are gone. My knee patches, my elbow patches, my nasal congestion, which was a debilitating issue.
And then as my energy levels increased and I hit that moment where my depression just disappeared. I had never, ever in my adult life thought that I would reach that point again of just feeling like that weight was lifted off my mind, and then the pain started going with it.
I don't snore anymore, or so my wife tells me, which is fantastic. I don't have any pain, back pain, knee pain. That's inflammation. That's gone.
About 5 weeks in, we both lost a lot of weight very quickly.
My blood pressure has gone down. My heart condition is getting better.
Climbing up accommodation ladders all over a ship, up and down ladders into cargo cranes. It's an active job, and I'm thriving in it. I'm just loving it.
And that's an interesting thing to say, coming from someone who had hip arthritis and was feeling tired all the time.
Gone. Just like that.
That I just realized, oh my goodness, I don't have anxiety anymore. It's gone. It's like I don't have that feeling of dread anymore. I don't have that freaking out feeling that pops up. It's just gone.
And I told him, I said, I haven't had any pain. I haven't had any flare-ups. I haven't had anything. So even though I wasn't scheduled for blood work for another 6 months, he did some blood work just to check my my inflammation markers and my autoimmune markers. And he emailed me a couple of days later, and he said, according to your blood work, you don't have rheumatoid arthritis anymore.
I mean, my blood pressure began to improve right away, but it took a while. My gout was really one of the last things that kind of resolved. But yeah, today I have none of those issues.
The primary focus of my channel is getting the word out there about the carnivore diet and helping people to understand that if they are carnivore or ketovore or keto, then they are going to have good results, that they are going to improve their health, that they are potentially going to be able to reverse their diabetes or reverse those autoimmune conditions they've been living with their whole lives. And so I want to put a call out there, and I want to ask if you have had any kind of good results on carnivore. Can you please contact me? I'll leave my email address below. Can you please contact me, and can you come on the channel and do an interview? Now, the important thing is here, I am not asking for people who necessarily have lost half their body weight and reversed their diabetes and done 100 other things that make them like superhuman. Of course, I'm happy to interview you if that's the case. Even if you're doing the carnivore diet, you're doing keto, ketovore, and you've lost a little bit of weight, but you're feeling so much better, you've got rid of the brain fog, or you've reversed some condition that you've had to put up with your whole life, whatever it is, even if it's a tiny little improvement, I want you to contact me and I want you to come on the channel. Because if it's always the story about how someone has lost so many pounds and reversed so many conditions and lost everything, that's great, but there have to be a variety of stories. There has to be a story about everyone. There has to be a story that everyone can relate to, because that's what's going to bring more people into the fold. That's what's going to bring more people into carnivore. That's what's going to make people understand that this is possible for everyone to do. So not every story needs to be a blockbuster. Every story needs to be relatable. And that's what you have, regardless what results you've achieved to date. And so I would love to hear from you, and I would love to feature you on the channel. So that's my request. If you've been on carnivore, ketovore, keto for any length of time, and you've seen positive results, please reach out to me at the email address I'm going to leave in the description, and let me know when you are available, and I want to feature you on the channel because it's important to get everyone's story out there. The more stories we get out there, the better, the more chance we have of growing this movement. Thank you so much for watching this short video to the end. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.